What's up, everybody? What's going on? I'm going to wait for people to come on, and then we're going to get rolling, and I'll share with you guys what we're going to talk about tonight. But I am very excited. I hope you guys are excited. My cousin just had a baby, so I'm getting tons of texts on here. But Michelle, thank you for joining. I'm going to wait for some more people to pop on here. But I am going to be talking about Jordan. What's up, man? What's going on? Hey, I'm going to be talking about. I did a live video earlier. Actually, not earlier. I did it last night about my three biggest takeaways from SSPT Live. But since in typical no BS fashion, we're going to go a little bit further into that, and I'm going to talk about my 8 biggest takeaways from SSPT Live. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. We're going to go deep into this and really talk about some things that to me really struck home, and I really want to share with you all to be able to apply to your life and to your business. So Shannon, David, thank you everybody for watching. So let's just get right into this thing, all right? First, number one, this is something that I'm learning as I go through my process, and I continue to learn. Robert or Rob, good seeing you here so soon after. Of course, man. I don't stop. I'm not going anywhere. Like this thing is going to continue to go on week by week, whether you guys watch or not. So Aaron, what's up, man? All right, so number one, these are going to be a little bit different than the video that I did earlier because I've really had some time to really recollect my thoughts and think about things. Number one, build your livelihood around your lifestyle. Build your livelihood around your lifestyle. So what does that mean? With your business, with your online business, with Jordan, your marketing business, building that business around your lifestyle. Because if you don't do that, you're going to build your business around your clients. And let me explain this real quick. If you are building your business around your lifestyle, you're going to be better equipped and in a better frame of mind to better serve your clients. And so we have to be thinking, and guys, this is actually coming from Mastermind before SSPT Live. This one really struck out to me because there were so many people that were not taking themselves into account when they were thinking about their businesses. They were only thinking about how can I get as much business as possible, but not necessarily about how do I make this supportive of my life and my mission and what I want to do in my life. I know for me, guys, I got to a point this time last year, and this is why this one rings a bell so much for me. And I told a lot of people in person about this, but this time last year, I was hustling so hard in my business. And I'll just tell you guys this to give you some amount of basically understanding of where I was. But I had basically reached the highest month that I had ever reached in my business. This time last year, I made $21,000 in 1 month in my concierge practice, and I was thrilled. I was so happy. But at the end of that month, I got to the end of the month, and guys, I was miserable. I was just working my butt off, seeing as many patients as I could, marketing, doing everything that I could, but I was miserable. I had created a job that I was not happy working in. So build your livelihood around your lifestyle. Now I see the right amount of patients that I need to. What's up, Peter? Thank you for watching, man. Now I see the right amount of patients that I need to in order to support the lifestyle that I need, in order to go into every single visit being absolutely thrilled and pumped to see my clients. So number one takeaway is build your livelihood around your lifestyle. All right, there's number one. Number two, I believe Greg Todd is talking about this on his live stream right now. But number two is comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. And we talked about this a lot, guys, during Mastermind and during SSPT. But it's very easy to be around a bunch of winners and start comparing yourself to them. It's very easy to be around a bunch of people that are really reaching very far into their careers and doing amazing things. It's very easy to just compare yourself to them and get down on yourself because of that. But if you are actually allow yourself to do the latter and allow people that are doing well to actually inspire the living crap out of you, that's when there is unlimited potential in your career. When you can actually clap for other people that are doing well and not compare yourself to them, but use that as ridiculous motivation for you to take off in your career. Man, that is when you'll have massive changes in your career. That's when you'll have massive changes in your life. Aaron, I know that's true, man, because you've already told me about the amounts of inspiration that you had from this weekend. So I know you have that inspiration mindset, that abundance mindset. Everyone has their own path, exactly. Everyone has their own path. Do not compare yourself to anybody. You're only basically stealing yourself of joy in your life. Comparison is the thief of joy. All right, that's number 2. So number 1 was build your lifestyle around your livelihood around your lifestyle. Number 2 is comparison is the thief of joy. Number 3, I did a live video to you guys about this exact subject last Wednesday when I was eating at Krabby's and being uncomfortably uncomfortable and realizing, real quick guys, let me get a swig of water. Realizing that being uncomfortably uncomfortable is the only way to grow. And you guys, again, might be listening to me saying, I know this. Do you really know it? Are you willing to get 100% uncomfortably uncomfortable in order to go where you want to go? If you're 100% willing, give me a yes. Give me a hell yes. Give me it in the comments. I want to know who's listening and who's on board for this. But are you truly ready to get extremely uncomfortable in order to have the growth that you want? You know, I think a lot of people said to me last year, "Hey Josh, you know, I met you at SSPT Live 2018, and it's pretty amazing to see the difference between 2018 Josh and 2019 Josh." And I agree with them. It is amazing. It really, really is amazing. But I think the main thing is, when presented with the right opportunities, I was willing to get uncomfortably uncomfortable in those opportunities. I was willing to do those things that I knew I needed to do, whatever that meant. And for my wife and I, that meant getting, honestly, very financially uncomfortable. That meant doing some things that we had never done in our life. And guess what, guys? It never changes. And that's what I want you guys to understand, is it never changes. My wife and I are about to thrust ourselves into an extremely uncomfortable period in our life yet again. I'm going to hire somebody, give them the majority of my business while I run it from the sidelines and continue to grow my coaching business. And on top of that, guess what? Oh, let's just throw one more uncomfortable thing on that. In the next 9 to 10 months, we're going to sell our home here in Colorado and we're going to move to Texas. Guys, I believe in this so wholeheartedly that my wife continues to always ask me, is there ever going to be a point that you're not working on something? Is there ever going to be a point that we're just going to be satisfied with where we're at? And my answer to her continually is no. I'm sorry, babe, but there's no absolute way that I am stopping. I'm like a freight train that can't be stopped. And that is the only way that I have found to have massive success in the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years, your lifetime, is to basically live uncomfortably uncomfortable. So those of you that are coming on, are you willing to live uncomfortably uncomfortable to get what you want in your life? Give me a yes or give me a hell yes. So number 3 is live uncomfortably uncomfortable and be comfortable being uncomfortable. Number 4, I need another sip of water. I feel like I'm dehydrated. Number 4, I want you. By the way, if you guys are listening to this, please write these down. Like, this took a lot of thought, and honestly, when I looked through these 8, I'm like, man, That gets me fired up, so I hope it gets you guys fired up. That's what No BS Wednesday is all about, right? Yes, Dustin, the last 2 years have been uncomfortably uncomfortable. There we go. That's what's actually going to launch you to big-time growth. Dustin, one more thing. Be at SSPT Live in Clearwater Beach. Well, if it is in Clearwater Beach, you got to be at SSPT Live next year, my friend. All right, number four. This is a profound statement, so write this one down. No high energy result can flow from a low energy source. I'm going to say that again. No high energy result can flow from a low energy source. No high energy result can flow from a low energy source. Okay? You will not get the massive results that you want in your life if you are not applying energy to what you do. Because guys, I'm not telling you, exactly, it's a Myron Golden classic. I'm not telling you to get on here and shout and scream and yell like I do. That's just me. All I'm telling you guys, like my wife knows me better than anybody, and she knows that when I'm doing my coaching calls, that when I'm doing my live streams, that when I'm doing my podcasts, she knows she's probably going to hear me throughout the entire house. That's just me. That's authentically me. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is no matter who you are, no matter what your personality is, you will have high energy when you are around what you truly want to be talking about. When you are truly passionate about what you're doing, you will have high energy no matter what your personality is. You can't talk about something that you're passionate about without having high energy surrounding it. And so no high energy result can happen from a low energy source. If you feel like you have low energy around your business, if you have low energy around your ideas, if you have low energy around your business concept, if you have low energy about the person that you serve, then again, guys, this is No BS Wednesday. I'm going to be frank with you. Then you're not in the right area. You're not in the right business. You haven't found that niche yet, and that's okay. That's okay. But you've got to find the thing that you're passionate and that you feel like you were set on this earth to do, and that is your purpose and your meaning. You find that, you're going to have high energy, and you're going to be able to spread that high energy into whoever that you talk to. Okay, so high energy will give you a high energy result. High energy will give you that large result that you're looking for in your life. Okay, that was number 4. Number 5. This one is very, very important, guys, so listen up. When you get to a point in your life when you are unwilling to accept your current normal, that's when you will be able to take action on the things necessary in your life. When you get to a point in your life when you are absolutely unwilling to accept your current standards, to accept your current life, that is when you will willingly take as much action as it requires to get there. But you have to get to a point to where, yes, Amy, I know that's you, and that's why you're in my coaching group. I am so excited you're in my coaching group because I know you're to that point in your life, but you have to get to a point in your life that you are unwilling to accept your current normal. You know, I look for this when I coach people. Amy, I asked you this in person when I met you in person at SSPT Live. I want to find out with the people that I'm coaching, where are you at in your current life? And are you willing to take those necessary changes? And basically what I'm looking for when I'm talking to somebody that is basically looking to come into my coaching program is I'm looking for somebody that is not happy with where they're at, that is not comfortable with where they're at, and that is not willing to accept where they currently are at. But when I'll tell you this one thing, when somebody comes to me and they say, Josh, you know, I'm pretty happy with where I am right now, but a concierge practice sounds like a cool thing. You know what, Josh? I'm pretty happy with where I am in my business right now. You know what, Josh? I'm pretty happy with my employer right now. You know what, Josh? Honestly, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now, but I want to start a concierge practice. That makes me nervous. That really, really, really makes me nervous. Because what I'm looking for and where I truly feel like you need to be in your life is you need to reach a point where you are not happy. You are not, it doesn't mean you can't be a happy person, but you've got to be able to reach a point in your life that you are unwilling to accept where you're currently at. I am unwilling to accept where I am currently at in my job. I am unwilling to accept where I currently am in my life. I am unwilling to accept where I am with my current employer. You reach that point, that's when taking action becomes easy. Because you have nothing to fall back on. But if you're content with where you're at, that's when taking action actually becomes very difficult to do because you have nothing pushing you off of the ledge. Think about that unwillingness to accept where you're currently at. Think about that as like 100 people pushing you off the edge. And then think about being content as you just standing looking off of the edge. And guys, I'm not talking about like to your death. I'm talking about jumping off the ledge and building your parachute on the way down. If you are not willing to take that step and you don't have things pushing you off the edge, then you don't have enough motivation to take that action in your life. And so I this was a big takeaway for me because, gosh, I love seeing people that are just absolutely unwilling to accept where they're currently at in their life. And I know those people are going to be the ones that are going to take massive, massive action in the next year. Shane, what's up? So that's number 5. When you get to a point in your life when you are absolutely unwilling to accept your normal, unwilling to accept where you're currently at, that is when you will take absolutely massive action in your life. If you guys understand what I'm saying, give me a yes. Please give me a yes. Give me a hell yes below if you agree with what I'm saying right now. Number 6. This is something that Myron actually told us in our mastermind group that I'm going to share with you guys. You need to get to a point. This is number 6. You have got to get to a point in your life that you have nothing to prove, nothing to hide, and nothing to lose. I'm going to say that again. You've got to get to a point where you have nothing to prove, nothing to hide, nothing to lose. If you can get to the point that you are not afraid of any of those 3 things, nothing to prove, nothing to hide, nothing to lose. If you can get to that point, guess what you'll do? You'll do live streams on the regularly on Facebook. You'll take action on the regularly because you don't care what people think. You will take massive action and reach out to people in your community because you won't be scared. Get to a point in your life that you have nothing to prove, nothing to hide, nothing to lose. And guys, honestly, I'll tell you this. I don't know if I was fully there before this weekend. I don't think I was fully there. But guys, I'll tell you this. I'm not worried about, I have somebody that's going to be coming in and working my concierge practice. I'm going all in on becoming a concierge PT business coach. My company, Concierge PT Business Coaching, I'm going all in on that. I'm not afraid to say anything anymore. I'm not afraid to hold back in any way before, and I think I was before SSPT. But I realized because of this life-changing weekend, I needed to get to a point more that I have nothing to prove, nothing to hide, nothing to lose. So I'll tell you guys this. You're probably going to get sick of hearing from me on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on email. But I'll tell you this. I want to continue to help as many lives as I can. I have a goal of changing in the next 3 years, helping 200 physical therapists to have a profitable and successful concierge practice in their town or city. I've currently helped 12. So guys, I've got 188 to go in the next 3 years. Well, honestly, in the next 2.5 years. I've got a lot to go, but the one big thing that I learned was I've got to be to a point that I've got nothing to prove, nothing to hide, and nothing to lose. If you can get to the point in your life that you feel the same way, that is when things are going to massively change for you as well. Dustin said, only way to have a maximum impact on people's lives is to get to the point that of having nothing to prove. Exactly. You have nothing to prove. Justin, just based on our interactions online, I know that you're 100% confident in what you do. You have nothing to prove to any patient, to any person, because you believe in what you do so much that you've got nothing to prove. A patient either wants to work with you or not. If you can get to that level of confidence and that level in your life, that will absolutely change everything. You know, in fact, I believe so strongly in this one statement that this probably should have been number one. Now, these statements are in no order, no particular order. I just wrote down the top 8 that I felt like were most important to me that I wanted to share with you all. But number 6 is get to a point in your life that you have nothing to prove, nothing to hide, and nothing to lose. All right? Number 7. Gosh, this one I got to watch in person just by watching Greg Todd in action. But action, and not only just action, this is number 7, massive action will change lives. And I want to talk about this for a second. Massive action will change lives. Guys, we're all in this. We're all starting our own business. We all have our own businesses and own practices because we're trying to change lives. But you have a duty, you have an obligation to actually take massive action. The only person holding yourself back from taking massive action is yourself. But massive action will change people's lives. You getting yourself out into the community and taking massive action and being in front of more people in your community is going to set yourself up to change more lives. You going on Facebook Lives and telling the world about what you do for a living, it has the ability to change lives. You going to a conference like this and stepping out of your comfort zone and meeting people that inspire you to take action has the ability to change lives. People like Greg Todd took massive action, and now he has a conference of 500 PTs, OTs, massage therapists that are coming together and uniting and creating a movement that I think everybody in this group needs to be a part of. Guys, I have an absolute vision for myself that all 200 of you in this physical therapy concierge group will be at SSPT Live next year, because I want concierge physical therapy to be an absolute movement in our field. It's too big of an opportunity for us not to be taking advantage of. To not only create the lifestyle that we want, but to change our patients' lives. Massive action will change lives. So you have a duty and an obligation to take massive action in your life. And the only thing that is stopping you is this thing right here. That is the only thing that is stopping you from taking massive action. Honestly, it's not that hard. When you can make taking massive action a habit, it honestly becomes easy. Because you've done it so many times, it's just like, okay, I'll go do this. I'll go write a book. I'll go start an online course. I'll go speak at the YMCA so I can attract more patients. I'll go talk to all different stores in my area to see if I can come speak or do a workshop at their place of business. I'll go reach out to every CrossFit gym in my area, knowing that all I need to do is just find that one that will allow me to come in and do a workshop, which has the ability to change 10 people's lives, 15 people's lives. But one more thing on top of that, and this could even be a number 8, is I want you to understand, if you can change one person's life, it is worth it. One person's life. But I feel like I talk to too many physical therapists on a regular basis that say, "Oh well, I've done the workshop thing and it didn't work. I only had a few people show up." Do you realize that even if you had 3 people show up, you had the ability to change 3 people's lives? What would happen in your life if you started aggressively looking at things in that way? Oh, you only had 3 people come to your talk. Did you push them into a position to change their lives? You only had 4 people show up for your workshop. Okay, you had the ability to change 4 people's lives. Did you go into it thinking that? I had the ability in the opportunity to speak at SSPT Live this weekend. And honestly, guys, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if my speech was going to be a flop. I didn't know what the reaction was going to be. But all I knew is that if I could go into it with the mindset that I just wanted to change the life of one person. And so literally, as I was walking, about to go up on stage, some people saw me and I looked like I was probably about to punch through a brick wall. I had somebody see me and they were like, "You looked really pissed before your speech." And I'm not going to lie, guys, I was just passion filled because I was just thinking, I have the ability to change one person's life. I don't care if it's 500. I have the ability, by getting on this stage and getting this opportunity from Greg Todd, I have the ability to change one person's life. And so I was so intensely focused on changing one person's life. That's all I cared about. And I think, you know, I'm not going on a limb by saying this, but I think it changed a lot more people's lives than just one. But I went into that just thinking, what if I could just absolutely change one person's life? And what if we could change our mindset to start thinking like that when we go out in the community and we do workshops, when we go out into the community and we reach out to business owners, when we go out into the community and do talks at Orange Theory or whatever it is? What if we could start going into it with that compassion and that amount of passion to spread our message and to help people in our community? What if you could do that? Start attacking with that level of intensity and know that because of your skills, you have the ability to change so many people's lives. And then number 8, you guys have heard me talk about this last night. I did an Instagram post on this today, and that's how much I believe about it. Become the person you desire to attract. This is number 8. Become the person you desire to attract. I'm going to say it again. Become the person you desire to attract. I think the number one thing one of the main things that I got from this weekend is seeing Myron, seeing Greg, seeing all these amazing people that are pushing themselves personally and becoming the person that they feel like they need to be to attract the people that they want to attract. And guys, I'm in the same boat. You know, I learned this weekend and I continue to tell myself, I need to become the leader that I want to be so that I can attract the people that I want to attract. I need to continually push myself to become that leader. And honestly, the way that I'm going to do that is just like I just said to you guys. I want you guys to be able to hear from me on every platform there is. I want to scream my message from the rooftops on every platform there is on social media and to be relentless at getting that message out, because what if I could just reach one more physical therapist? What if I could just help one more physical therapist to get out of a bad place in healthcare? What if I could help one more physical therapist that their career is absolutely ruining their relationship with their wife or their spouse? What if I could help one more physical therapist that is considering leaving physical therapy? What if I could help one physical therapist that is considering committing suicide because they're so depressed about their current situation? What if we could all go into our lives, our businesses, our practices with that level of intensity? Rob, I know I can count you in. Steph, I know that you're going to be able to do that in your practice. If you're willing to start attacking every single day in that way, again, give me a yes or give me a hell yes, or give me what Katrina just gave me, the emoji like this. What if you could go into every single day like that? Would that be able to change the game for you? Would you then, do you truly believe that you would be able to start attracting clients more if you went into everything that you did with that intensity? If you were able to go into every patient visit saying to yourself, thinking to yourself, that I have the ability in this one visit to change my patient's life. I have the ability in this one visit to make a massive impact on them today and every single visit following. What if you were able to go into every visit like that? Do you think, give me a yes if you think that you will start attracting more clients into your life if you can go into it with that intensity. Do you think so? Let me know. Give me a yes. Do you think that by you changing that mindset and going into it with that intensity, would you start being able to attract more people into your life? I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes, without a doubt. I'm going to give you guys a number 9. I'm going to give you one more because this one resonated with me and I think it will resonate with you. Live your life and let your example that what you believe works. Basically, live your life and let you be the example that what you say or what you believe works. So, this was another Myron Golden quote, but if you can get to the point in your life that you just are living your life and letting your example, the way that you live your life, be an example to your patients. Let the way that you live your life be an example to the people around you. Let the way that you live your life be an example to your family and your loved ones. I think we've all got to be able to hold ourselves to a higher standard, y'all, including myself. Like, I came back from this weekend not only inspired to hold myself to a better standard in my business, but hold myself to a better standard in my position as a father to my son and a husband to my wife. I want to hold myself to a better standard to be there for them the way that I truly feel like I need to be there for them. The father figure that I want to be, the husband that I want to be. Live your life and let that example be what you believe works. Show that to your patients. Live your life the way that your patients want to live their life. That's my number 9. You know, and I want to reiterate one thing. That doesn't mean if you want to see CrossFitters, that doesn't mean you have to start being a CrossFitter and start looking all jacked. Like, that doesn't mean that. That means just living your life in the way that you want your patients to live their life. If you're telling them to be conscious of their health and be conscious of what they eat and be conscious of what they do in their regular life, then man, be conscious of those things in your life. Be the example that your patients need. Because who else do they have an example to reach for? What other person do they have an example to say, oh, like, hey, I want to be like you? Or I want to be, I want to work on these things so that I can be like you. What other example do they have? Aaron, made dinner for my girlfriend last night. I was so hyped up. That's a perfect example, man. Like, let's leave this call right now with the 12 of you on, holding ourselves at a higher standard in our personal life and in our business life. Do you guys truly believe that? Do you feel like you can do that after this call? Again, give me a yes in the comments section. Because I don't know about y'all, but this was such a profound weekend for me that I want to keep myself at a higher level in all aspects of my life. Will, man, I know you're gonna do it. Sharon, I know you will as well. Aaron, I already see the impact that this conference has had on you. But Lisa, that's okay. You got to put your kids to bed. That's priority. Like, we have such amazing people in this group. Exactly, Peter. Practice what you preach. And I know you're doing that too, Peter. So that's my last call to action. My last challenge from this No BS Wednesday. And you guys start putting in some questions down there because I've got time to answer some questions too. But the last challenge for all of you guys, as I like to end things, is basically let's leave this call for the 12 of you watching, all holding ourselves at a higher standard in everything that we do in our lives. All right, questions. Anybody have any questions? I'd love to answer some questions for you guys. Any questions in regards to any of this? Any questions about anything? I've got the time to answer it. That was only 35 minutes. We kept it relatively short tonight. But if that was helpful to you guys, let me know what was most helpful to you too. How can we not when we have you? Well, thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. Anything else, guys? Be my focus. I'd love to. I don't know how Greg is going to have the elite things, figured out, but we'll figure that out soon. I'd love to be your focus coach. I don't know how that's all going to look quite yet, Katrina, but I'm just glad that you took the leap of faith and that you're going to be joining Elite Mastermind, because it will absolutely change your life, Katrina. Like, I cannot wait for you to be a part of this thing. Dustin, best places to network for the client acquisition. Okay. Best places to network for client acquisition. Well, I think there's a few things. Good, Katrina. Good. Take action on it. Best places to network for client acquisition. So again, Dustin, I think you were the one who asked that. Let me see. Dustin, I think it really, really matters on who you're trying to target and who you're trying to influence, who you're trying to attract. And once you can figure out that, then you need to be going to every place that you can find those people at. So all I have to do, all I can give is my example of when I moved to Denver. Honestly, I didn't know a single physical therapist that was seeing business owners and executives. I had never heard of that, but I saw the entrepreneurial vibe of Denver, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my niche. This is the way I have to go. This is the type of person that I want to see that's willing to invest in their health. And so I was just pumped once I came to that realization. So what did I do? I was at Small Business Week every single year. I was at Small Business Week every single year. I was at Entrepreneur Week in Denver every single year. I had booths at small business events. I had, I went out and I had booths at 5Ks and running events because I knew that entrepreneurs, business owners are likely to want to take care of themselves. I entered a UPS pitch competition because I knew that who else would be at a pitch competition? A bunch of entrepreneurs. I stood in line for 3 hours to present on stage, and I think I met and networked with about 25 different entrepreneurs and business owners. Find out who it is and target those specific areas, Dustin. What did you do at the booths? So basically, I would set up a booth, and my goal was always to talk to as many people as I possibly could. Not sit behind the booth, but I would actually walk around and talk to people outside of my booth and get people to come over and say, hey, I want to talk to you real quick about what I do. I think it could be a good fit for what you do. Do you currently have any problems in regards to injuries or wellness or blah, 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 blah? Just get people talking about themselves, and then I would get them over to the booth. It wasn't anything fancy. It wasn't anything specific giveaways that made people come over to my booth. It was just me being high energy and reaching out to people and trying to get them to come into my world. And then after that, I would get their email and I would get their phone number, and boom, we're off to the races because now I have a way to contact them afterwards. Katrina said, why moving to Texas? Because we've got a 5-month-old baby, Katrina, and we've really, really realized that the number one most important thing for us in our life is to be close to family. And so I have 2 brothers in Texas, and they've got 2 little boys and their wives all in Texas. My mom is in Texas. My dad is in Texas. My wife, Shelby, her mom and her dad is in Texas. Everyone is in Texas, and we're here in Colorado. So I'm going to have somebody take over my practice, and we're ready to be near family. So that's the main reason for moving to Texas. All right. Any other questions? Nothing? Going once? Going twice? No questions. All right, guys. Yes, yeah, Dustin, Dallas area. Actually, we've got our site set for kind of the Frisco, McKinney area. What's up, Aaron? Give me a question. Look, oh shoot, you gave me one. Let's see. Oh, good resources, people to talk to for Cash PT and Medicare information. I'm sure there are conflicts for older adults, but I feel like I've seen Anthony Maritato talk about them before. Yeah, so Tony Maritato is definitely the resource, and I will direct you, Aaron, to the 2 podcast episodes that we have with Tony Maritato talking about that subject. So I would go find the Mobile PT podcast and actually go and find our last podcast episode with Tony Maritato and listen to that. That episode, honestly, Aaron gives you everything you need. Really. You're not going to find too much more online. And if you do, it's just going to make you confused. And yeah, I know Texas just got direct access. So, Aaron, I hope that's a good answer to your question. But guys, No BS Wednesday. We're going to continue this thing. I absolutely love No BS Wednesday. I hope you guys do too. Continue to ask the questions, but I'm going to give you guys another awesome subject next week. We're going to continue teaching, get you guys continue to grow in your practices. So I'll talk to you all next week. We'll see you.